Hey guys, this is Ranchineer, producer of commentary. I was denied the countdown yet again because of the source vids. Damn you, Basie! Well, actually, no. Thank you a lot. I love you. If I was a woman and in your vicinity and I was all hot and stuff, I would do stuff to you that would... No, let's not go there. Anyway, this is Polaris Rhapsody, free against HoGiL. HoGiL at the upper left-hand position in white zerg player, free at the bottom right position in red as the protoss player. Polaris Rhapsody yet again, and I don't know, my feelings about this map are mixed. I don't know, it's just something about this map kind of bugs me. Maybe it's the third gas that's harder to take, and I think this map could make for some very interesting games, but there's something about this map, maybe it's its symmetry, overall symmetry, maybe it's the little bridges. Something about this map just really bugs me. Maybe it's something to do with that it's like a high map and thin, but I don't know, Destination was like that, and I love Destination, so I don't know what about this map exactly that bugs me, but I just know there's something about it that kind of bugs me. Free gonna go for a Forge Frost Expansion to start things off. And this is actually both players' best matchups. So this is HoGiL's chance. I really think HoGiL has the chance now to possibly get out of this group, bringing an upset to the group. But I really don't know how good the chances are. Because even if he beats Free here, he's still going to have himself a hard time against 4GG in the final match, getting another match against 4GG, and I really don't think he's going to be in a very good position there. So HoGiL's out of the first one of the group. First time ever, I believe, he has gone further than the round of 32 in an MSL, in any tournament for that matter, into the round of 16. We're going to see how he managed to do there. Never seen HoGiL play in a series, and I think it's going to be interesting to see him in a series. I especially think it's going to be interesting if he manages to get into a series in a best of 5, because, I don't know, I have no idea how good HoGiL is in a situation like that. Free going out there with his probe, not thinking, okay, drone actually being sent out to expand at a different location, just to avoid that probe. And so that's what HoGiL going to do. Forge coming up now. Fairly good wall in there. Just going to need to get one a cannon or two. But he's going to be fairly safe all that. HoGiL going for his expansion. And his opponent will just now popping in. Just coming up as we see that happening. We're going to see Free still not being too annoying with his probe, but at the very least forced one drone to go towards the upper. Didn't really force it. I think HoGiL would have managed to do that. But at the very least, I think with HoGiL just going towards that upper right-hand position is revealing the fact that he's going to expand twice. Most likely going to be seeing an expansion coming up in the natural very soon. 4 zerglings popping. Going to see a few more. They're going to chase down the probe, try to take it out. Meanwhile, Free's just going to live off 2 bases. We're going to see, I think Free's going to want to try to get some early harass in. I think an early ground attack would be good. 1 photon cannon up. That might just be enough to defend, as long as he has that probe block. Maybe 1 more probe to come into block. I think a 1 cannon should be enough. And then probably just going to get his gateway alongside as a better blockade. Yeah, gateway at the front, close in a little bit. Zerglings going to be forced to run around a little bit better. And the second probe actually coming to meet the Zerglings. Act as a slight delay, just a few seconds for his cannon to come up. That's all he needs. More probes coming off to blockade that right side, and that's pretty much what he needs right there. Too many probes, honestly, coming off the line for Free here to do this. 3 waiting for his gateway to come up, and he's going to need 4 probes in there. I think that 4 probes to blockade this off. Not, what is that, 6 Zerglings? So I'm kind of questioning that. A second cannon would make this completely unnecessary. With only 1 probe, I think would have been needed, but Free wanting to get his Nexus up earlier. And just as soon as he gets a Zealot out there, I think he's going to be in a very good position. Do see HoGiL expanding at that natural expansion of his. So yeah, Free still also in a very good position to still get out of this group. Is going to be facing 4GG. If Free gets out of this group, I honestly feel that the final match could be the best matchup in this entire group. Free versus 4GG, I could believe could be a very interesting game. It's going to be on Fighting Spirits, so that would be even more, add to the interest. HoGiL just now getting an overload inside that main, spotting everything out. Do believe that Free's just going to go for the standard core into Stargate, Citadel, and just get a DT or 2 out there, be annoying. Lair now up for HoGiL. And we're going to see whether Free transition to a ground army. Might go for something a little funkier this time around. Maybe go for Corsair Reaver. With HoGiL being a little bit split up, having his right side base significantly far away from his upper left-hand main, I think Corsair Reaver could be a good build to go for. And there's also a nice opening between the main and natural to abuse, I feel, with that Corsair Reaver micro. But I think any drops really would be successful for Free. I think one of the reasons he lost against HoGiL was HoGiL went for a very aggressive, heavy base strategy, 4 bases very quickly, and he didn't harass. Free did not do any harassment. He won battles, he killed all our overlords, but he just never, ever managed to get his third up, and he never did any harass to basically slow HoGiL down. HoGiL never, sure, he took overlord damage, he was supply cap, but he was never, his economy never whittled, he always had resources, he almost, as soon as he lost overlords, he managed to pop more out there, and the only thing Free ever really did was give slight delay to his army, and that's it, but that in the end didn't turn out to be way too big a delay. Overlord dying there to a Dragoon, Forge working on weapons, one Stargate just about to come in alongside that Citadel of a Dune. And probably going to be seeing the Temple Archives come up, and then probably going to see Free start working on his robotics facility to get those observers out there, because 3 bases, I assume, Spark going to come out, I assume we're going to be seeing the Hydra stand very soon, and might see some Hydra Lurker coming out. I'm not quite sure whether HoGiL is going to feel very comfortable trying to go for an early Hydra bust off these 3 bases. Not really going to have the Hydra number right away as he'll need, but I think High Temple with Storm are going to be enough to counteract that. 3 Zealots and a Dragoon out there just to force those Zerglings back. No Zerglings dying, but just enough to force them back right now. High Tree's coming up, so SimCity is going to be hitting right now for HoGiL. HoGiL, they're engaging some of those Zealots, with Zerglings losing one in the process. First Corsair out there. We're going to see whether Free actually manages to get a second Overlord. HoGiL losing his first one, bit of a mistake. A second Overlord lost to a Corsair would kind of be a little annoying for him as well. I do think his Spar is up, though, so he might get his Scourge. Yeah, already has Scourge out there, so might not be any second Overlord kill out there after all. I think Free actually got a little, he feels a little late on his Corsair, actually. Not going to be forced to avoid the Scourge. At the very least, getting the full scout. Might still lose that. I'm not quite sure whether he's going to be able to get that home in time. Going to try to scout everything out. Still not sure whether they actually flew with that Corsair to the upper right-hand base. We're going to see SimCity hitting right now. Evo Chamber, additional hatchery, and sunken colonies as well. This is mostly just DT defenses going on. Corsair going to be flying home, might die. Meanwhile, now Zealots and Dragoon actually coming up the upper right-hand position. Not much to defend there. Only one single, nothing but a single sunken colony there. Corsair already taken one Scourge hit. Might take another one just before he gets home. I think there were some Scourge that are actually waiting for him. Okay, Scourge giving a little bit off target now, kind of flying around. The Corsair going to stay alive. Scourge, meanwhile, going to get a full scat, going to spot the Temple Archives on the way. More Corsairs. And yeah, the 7-Score was exactly wondering whether the 7-Score was spitting. So weapons 1 on those Corsairs going to be on the way as well. Has 3 Corsairs are going to be working on his 4th. Zealots with Speed and Dragoon thinking of going to the upper right-hand position. At the very least, forcing another creep colony down. Second sunken, because not really much in the way of army for HoGiL right now. Only has a few Zerglings out there. Natural expansion very well defended. Hydra Den and a couple of Sunkens going to be coming up right there. So he's very defended on all fronts, but Free is going to go for the here. 5 Zealots, 6 Zealots on a Goon. Weapons 1, I believe, on those Zealots as well. So they're going to be engaging, force those Zerglings back. Drones coming offline to engage as well. Sunken Colony still up, and the Zerglings still engaging. One Spore, actually, I thought was going to be a second Sunken, but it's actually a Spore Colony for air defenses, but still Free losing most of his Zealots. 2 Zealots still left. No weapons 1 critically. That's what I believe right there was missing. No weapons 1 on the Zealots. A little bit early with that attack. No weapons 1 coming back to bite him there. I think a weapons 1 would have allowed that attack to be more successful. Right now, adding in a bunch of gateways. Going to go for 6 gateways right off the bat. Going to transition to a strong ground army. But that attack, unfortunately, failing for him here. There's Goon going to get caught by Zerglings as well. Not quite sure whether actually going to get pinched from 2 sides and going to die in the end. But Free, unfortunate. Should have, I feel, waited for weapons 1 on that attack. We might have been facing a few more forces. And, okay, interesting. Mutatech switch, actually. What? Rather, just a tech thing. No Hydras at all being visible. Dragoon actually, meanwhile, just go in there. Going to get a scout inside the Netrax. We're going to hit by a few Sunkens and still stay alive and get 1 hit off on his Zergling before he dies. So, yeah, at the very least, it was useful. Got the full scout inside the natural, spotting out the defenses for Free without him having to sacrifice or risk his Corsairs. Quite a few Corsairs out there are going to be enough maybe to fight back these mutants. A lot of Scourge there, though, so it's going to be very careful. And those mutants and Scourge not going to allow the DTs to be too successful. I feel a couple of DTs out there for Free. We're going to see whether they manage to do anything when they're going to run to the upper end position. Wondering whether the mutants actually spotted the Shimmers or not. But there is a Spore Colony there, Overlords, and a Sunken, so I don't think those DTs were going to accomplish much of anything. Still feel Free should have waited a little bit on that attack. Maybe the window was small enough that he felt waiting too long would have been bad, but a nice attack that would have been a lot more successful if he'd had weapons 1 on his ground forces. Should have weapons 1 at this point, I believe. Has weapons 1 on his Corsair, so Overlords will die. DT's running towards the upper right hand. 1 DT taking 2 Sunken hits, and then he just runs back home. Free actually getting himself ready to pick off the 6 o'clock position. Zerglings actually have Burrow, interestingly enough. HoGiL has